guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for your support. Shout out to everybody over on Patreon for supporting me over there. And a special shout out to those of you who are watching this video who have military affiliation. Thank you so much for your service. So as you can tell by the title, I will be reacting to Star Trek, the original series episodes. I got it written for once, 14, 15, and 16. That is Balance of Terror, Shore Leave, and the Galileo 7. So I hope you guys enjoy this reaction. You guys are probably going to see some outfit changes throughout this because I'm not doing this all in one sitting for once. So bear with me and we're going to get through it, and I hope you guys enjoy the video.
The ceremony will be carried on all viewing screens, sir. Good.
No, what ceremony?
Still no answer from Earth Outpost number 2, Captain.
Oh, someone getting married? I was not expecting to see someone get married on Star Trek. This is actually precious.
And so we are gathered here today with you, Angela Martine, and you, Robert Tomlinson.
Alert! Alert! All decks, alert!
Of course.
Earth Outpost 4 reports they are under attack.
Okay, I guess we'll finish this up later.
Position 8 minutes from Outpost 4 at this velocity, sir.
I was just about to ask, how long is it going to take?
No identification, sir.
There can't be much doubt who's attacking, sir.
Put the star sector on our screen.
A line of Earth outpost stations. They monitor the neutral zone to the Earth-Romulan conflict of over a century ago. No human, Romulan, or ally has ever seen the other. Earth believes the Romulans to be warlike, and only the Romulans know what they think of Earth. Entry into which, by either side, would constitute an act of war.
Okay.
We may defend ourselves.
To avoid interspace war, both these outposts and this vessel will be considered expendable.
Wow.
For a whole century, what will a Romulan ship look like?
There was a Captain Stiles in the space service then. All lost in that war, sir.
Their war, Mr. Stiles.
Double-checking Outpost 3, I read dust and debris. The asteroids they were constructed on, pulverized.
Oh, this is not good.
All battle stations, Mr. Sulu.
Battle stations. All hands to battle stations.
Energize main phases, Mr. Stiles.
Phaser control acknowledging. All weapons energizing to full.
Hope y'all make it to your wedding again.
I'm gonna marry you, mister.
I'm still your superior officer. So get with it, mister.
I hope we still have the married couple by the end of all this. Well, I mean, they're not married yet. Y'all know what I mean.
Outposts 2, 3, and 8 are gone. Had our deflector shield on maximum. If they hit us again with our deflector shield gone,
What vessel?
I don't think they know.
only glimpse of. Even through our deflectors, it did this. No identification. No answer to our challenge.
Oh, that thing messed him up.
Some form of high-energy plasma. And then the whole vessel disappeared. Enterprise. Something coming on our viewing screen.
Oh, no. I don't think they're gonna make it in time.
Laser's gone. Weapons crew dead.
They just disappeared just like that. So I guess y'all make it to the next outpost in time?
Outpost 4, disintegrated, Captain. Interesting how they became visible for just a moment.
They might be coming after y'all next.
Invisibility is theoretically possible, Captain, but the power cost is enormous.
Continuing to challenge, sir. Still no response.
Discontinue.
Blip has changed his heading, Captain. They may not be aware of us.
With that kind of power consumption, they may not be able to see us.
Mark 14, exact heading a Romulan vessel would take, Jim, toward the neutral zone.
So I guess that's all the proof y'all really need, huh?
Parallel course.
Don't you mean interception course, sir?
I want him to think that we're a reflection. Under no circumstances are you to cross into the neutral zone without my direct orders.
The Romulans have crossed the neutral zone.
Mr. Stiles, are you questioning my orders?
I'm pointing out that we could have Romulan spies aboard this ship.
I mean, technically, that could be a possibility.
I agree.
Oh, is it the married people? I mean, the couple?
Picking up communication, sir. It's from their ship. Sounds like code, sir.
Vulcan? I'm sorry for Spock's face. Like, this isn't a laughing matter, but that was funny. Y'all stop staring him down. I'm sure he has nothing to do with it.
Cryptography is working on it, sir.
Captain Spock.
You quite get that, Mr. Stiles?
Yeah, watch your mouth.
I assume you're complimenting Mr. Spock on his ability to decode.
We know why he's saying it.
Leave any bigotry in your quarters. There's no room for it on the bridge.
There you go.
He's changing course, sir.
That Earth outpost called to an Earth vessel. Now it follows us.
It is good we approach the neutral zone.
If an Earth ship, why does he not attack?
First study the enemy. Yes, a message was dispatched. You've broken the rule of silence. Your carelessness might have ended this glorious mission.
Oh, wow. He wasn't supposed to ever send anything.
No need to tell you what happens the moment we reach home with proof of the Earthmen's weakness. The Earth commander will follow. He must. And when he attacks, we will destroy him. Our gift to the homeland. Another war.
But there's been so much peace. Why attack? There's more to this.
And more death. Soon even enough for the Praetor's taste. I find myself wishing for destruction before we can return.
But again, what's the purpose? I have a theory.
We now have aboard debris from Outpost 4, Captain.
What if the person on their ship who sent that code doesn't want what their commander wants and is asking for help?
Castrodinium. This is the hardest substance known to our science.
Ooh.
Obviously, their weaponry is superior to ours.
Do you realize what this really comes down to? Millions and millions of lives hanging on what this vessel does next.
Can we engage them with a reasonable possibility of victory?
We have to attack immediately. They're still on our side of the neutral zone.
Attack without a visible target.
Once back, they'll report that we saw their weapons and ran. They'll be back, not just one ship, but with everything they've got. Mr. Science Officer, you're the expert in these people, but you've always left out that one point. Why?
Your bigotry is about to show again.
I agree. Attack. The Romulans are an offshoot of my Vulcan blood, and I think this likely. Then attack becomes even more imperative. Vulcan, like Earth, had its aggressive, colonizing period. And if the Romulans retain this martial philosophy, then weakness is something we dare not show. A comet magnitude 7, dead ahead, and the intruder changing course toward it.
And when an object passes through it, even an invisible object,
it leaves a visible trail.
Prepare to attack. All hands battle stations.
Okay, well, I guess it's going down.
I hope we won't need your services, Bones.
You might be needing his services. Was that the trail we were looking for?
Intruder now bearing directly for Comet's tail.
The moment he begins entering the comet's tail, he becomes visible. We'll swing around the other side and catch him. Let's get him, Mr. Sulu.
We enter it, Commander.
Once fully obscured, we will turn suddenly back upon our adversary.
Our reflection no longer follows us.
Escape maneuver 1, quickly!
They outsmarted y'all.
He'll only be visible for a moment.
Well, then y'all gotta be quick with it.
The last moment, he
Must have guessed our move.
Dang, man. I thought they had him.
He did exactly what I would have done. Now, fire blind, lay down a pattern.
Y'all are in the general vicinity. Ooh, I think that might have killed him.
Divert all power to weapons.
Phaser overload. Control circuit burnout.
Ooh. Mr. Spock out here doing everything.
Emergency warp speed.
Ooh, y'all better get out of there.
Estimated it'll overtake us in 2 minutes, sir.
It's taking that long for... Or did they already shoot, but they're just too far away? That doesn't make any sense. Hey, Yeoman.
Captain, should I continue log entry?
10 seconds to impact.
Too close for comfort.
Dissipating, sir.
It must have a range limit.
Impact.
Limited range.
Is everyone okay?
Phaser's operational, Captain. You may think we're destroyed, Captain.
I wouldn't make that assumption.
Yeah, unless you have 100% proof. Oh, this guy's still breathing?
Commander, the reflection returns.
Activate our cloak.
Commander, our fuel runs low.
Quickly.
The Earth vessel? Impossible.
Oh, so they really thought they hit it.
Enter the neutral zone in 1 minute, Captain.
Do we violate the treaty, Captain?
They did, Doctor.
They want war. We furnish the provocation.
Their weapon takes all their energy. They must become visible in order to launch it.
They have to land a hit at this point.
20 seconds to neutral zone, sir.
On my responsibility.
They're going through it. The neutral zone.
Proceeding into the neutral zone.
I will tend to the Centurion.
Centurion is dead.
Oh.
He's shrewd, this starship commander. Tries to make us waste energy. It's estimated we have only enough. All debris into disposal tubes. The body of the Centurion, too. Forgive me, my old friend.
Debris scattering ahead, sir.
Metal molds, conduit, plastiform, and a body, Captain.
It's probably like a body.
However?
Insufficient mass, sir.
What?
Simple debris.
Yeah, the amount of stuff that's coming out doesn't match how big the vessel is.
Go to sensor proof.
Lost them, Captain.
20 full cycles, Commander. Still no sign. I say he's been fooled.
No.
Gone on. Shh. He is there. I feel it.
Now motionless for 9 hours, 47
wow.
minutes.
Can I get you something from the galley, sir? Coffee, at least?
Bring me to the bridge. I'll be there in a moment. Why me? I see the men waiting for me to make the next move. What if I'm wrong?
That's life.
In this galaxy, there's a mathematical probability of 3 million Earth-type planets. And in all of that, only one of each of us. Don't destroy the one named Kirk. Signal, Commander.
Oh, that was an accident. He didn't mean to do that.
We have him. Move toward him.
Power on. Lasers, fire.
I'm surprised that ship is held together as well as it is.
It's a sorcerer, that one. He reads the thoughts. Our fuel supply all but gone, and he stays out of reach.
Praetor's finest and proudest flagship beaten.
More debris into the tubes. We have some of the old-style nuclear warhead.
Only for self-destruction.
Place one in with the debris.
Debris on our scanners.
Analysis, quickly.
One metal-cased object.
Helm, hard over.
Glorious.
He's looking at them like, no.
Now we go home.
Oh, he really believes that they were destroyed. Or he just thinks they're just going to leave him alone now.
Casualties?
22 so far.
Oh, wow.
Nuclear device of some kind, sir. Our phasers detonated it less than 100 meters away.
Oh, wait, did we lose the couple from the beginning?
We've only the forward phaser room, Captain, but Specialist Tomlinson is manning it alone.
Sir, my first assignment was in weapons control. Lieutenant Uhura, take over navigation. Maybe we can pull them back to our side of the neutral zone. Hold our position. Play dead.
Oh, not y'all playing possum. Or I guess in this case, playing possum again.
We've damaged ourselves. The fuel reserve is gone.
In the neutral zone. They will not enter. Permit me the glory of the kill, Commander.
We will attack.
But on my order.
Y'all are gonna destroy yourselves.
Damage reports, Mr. Stiles? Negative. Will you require any assistance here?
This time we'll handle things without your help, Vulcan.
I see he's stuck in his ways.
Tomlinson.
Fire.
It's not gonna happen. Why didn't they call up and let them know what was going on? Or wait, did those fumes knock them out?
Fire! Stiles, can you hear me? Fire!
And I was just saying that Spock's gonna come in and save the day. Serve up a slice of humble pie to this guy. Begin him.
Ship to ship, Uhura. Standing by to beam your survivors aboard our ship. Prepare to abandon your vessel.
I don't think he'll do it.
No, it's not our way. I regret that we meet in this way, in a different reality. I could have called you friend.
What purpose will it serve to die?
Just one more duty to perform.
Which is? Self-destruct?
I'm alive, sir. But I wouldn't be. Mr. Spock pulled me out of the phaser room. I saved a trained navigator so that he could return to duty. I'm capable of no other feelings in such matters.
How many men did we lose, Bones?
Tomlinson. The boy who was going to get married this morning.
We finally received an answer from Command Base. They say they'll support whatever decision you have to make.
Poor thing.
Never makes any sense. You both have to know that there was a reason.
Yep, we never know when we're gonna be up out of here, but eventually we all gotta leave sometime. All right, guys, that was Balance of Terror, and I'm a little confused. Normally I'm on top of it, but I'm just kind of like, did this just completely go over my head a little bit? I think it might have, unless this is one of those episodes that doesn't 100% make sense. I don't know. All right. So the Romulans, okay, they are on their side. I understood the map perfectly. There's outposts, there's the Earth side, you know, there's the Romulan side, there's the neutral zone. They passed into the neutral zone and went into an Earth's, you know, territory, and just, when I say Earth, y'all know what I'm trying to say, and started taking out outposts. I might need to watch this a second time, because I'm just thinking, did I miss something in the dialogue that explained why they were doing this.
Hey guys, so I'm switching up my editing a little bit. The Patreon version of things, I was like, I'm gonna go back, edit, and obviously when you edit, you're rewatching again. What I was able to pick up was, from the second time going through it, they were on a mission. I think they were trying to start a war. Okay, that's what I'm getting from it. They wanted to start a war, but I'm still confused. But like, what was your end game? What was the purpose? To just get? But no, again, that doesn't make any sense because technically the Enterprise did destroy them. So I don't know. This was just, to me, this was just an odd episode. But I mean, like I said, I'm usually good at keeping up with stuff, but this one, I think it's just that it didn't make sense to me. Like, there was all this peace and now all of a sudden y'all want war again. I don't know, but yeah, I just wanted to pop on real quick and let y'all know that I technically went through it again and I'm still kind of like, meh. Anyway.
Because then it turned into like this game of cat and mouse with them and the Enterprise. And married couple, I had a strong feeling one of them was going to go because they showed them again, at their battle stations and doing this and doing that. So I had a strong feeling one of them was going to die. So you have this commander who has Vulcan blood. And then you have Styles, who's showing his bigotry towards Spock because he's half Vulcan. But I mean, and you guys did let me know that this was going to touch on racism and everything. And I understood all that going on between Styles and Spock. That made perfect sense. I'm just trying to figure out, if there's been so much peace, why start attacking the outposts again? Or it just why attack them? I'm trying to figure out. I missed something. I usually don't record this late at night. Could I be tired? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the heck did I miss? Because I'm sitting here like, I don't understand what just happened. Maybe this is just one of those odd episodes that, y'all say it's one of those hit or miss kind of a things. Maybe. But I don't know. I'm just going to scoot on over into the next episode, which is Shore Leave. I think this just went completely over my head.
Anything from the landing party?
They should be sending up a report momentarily, Captain.
Back pay?
Something wrong.
That's it. No, a little higher, please. Take it in there, Mr. Thank you, Yeoman. That's sufficient.
Dr. McCoy is correct, Captain. There's not a crewman aboard who's not in need of a rest.
Oh, is that why the title of this is called Shore Leave? Because they all need rest and they're gonna rest on a planet off a ship? Or off the ship?
No animals, no people, no worries.
Famous last words.
I couldn't have prescribed better. It's like something out of Alice in Wonderland.
Get some cell structure records. Blade of grass, a flower petal.
Now hold on.
I'll be late.
Have you seen a rather large white rabbit?
Wait a minute. I think I know what's going on already. He said Alice in Wonderland. All of a sudden, this is all happening. So does this planet mimic things that you say? Not mimic, but bring things to life?
Did you see them?
No, he was on the other side.
I don't see your name in any of the show parties.
Well, I may be tired, Yeoman, but I'm not falling apart.
On my planet, to rest is to rest. Quite illogical to run up and down on green grass using energy instead of saving it.
Captain, are you beaming down?
I hadn't planned to, Bones. Why?
You might want to.
Either our scouting probes and detectors are malfunctioning, or I must report myself unfit for duty. On this supposedly uninhabited planet, I just saw a large rabbit pull a gold watch from his vest.
The rabbit was followed by a little blonde girl, right?
Pretty much.
Something I did come to discuss. We have a crew member aboard who's showing signs of stress and fatigue. Associational rating norm -3.
That's much too low a rating. Now, that man will go ashore on my orders. What's his name?
James Kirk. You'll have no problems.
Oh no, there's about to be problems. Isn't she from the last episode where her fiance died? Yeah, technically, yeah, fiance.
I think you'll find Dr. McCoy and Mr. Sulu that way.
Over here!
That echo is strong.
I want you to take a look at it and tell me what you think about it.
And y'all are saying y'all haven't found any animals or anything.
An unusual creature to make this size track.
Yeah, there's some big tracks.
Where is Mr. Sulu?
Collecting specimens.
Has the first shore party beamed down yet?
Negative, Captain. They're just about to start.
Stop them.
No one is to leave the ship.
Aye, aye, sir.
But before I bring my people down here, I want proof it's harmless.
Sulu.
Target shooting, Captain. Isn't it a
Where'd you get it? I mean, we saw it, but that should be their question.
Where did you get it?
Yeah.
But I've always wanted one like this. Found it lying right over there.
Were you thinking about it? Did you say it out loud?
Mr. Sulu.
Dr. McCoy's rabbit, sir. He must have gone through here.
No birds, no mammals, no insects, nothing.
Ellen Barrows, you accompany Mr. Sulu. Find out where those tracks came from. Doctor, you come with me back to the glade.
Well, at least they're staying in groups. We've learned something. What the heck is that?
Yeah, I'm beginning to feel a little bit picked on.
I know the feeling very well. I had it at the academy. An upperclassman there. My own personal devil. A guy by the name of Finnegan. You never knew where he'd strike next.
I mean, it wouldn't be Star Trek if something went left, so something's gonna go left. Is that Finnegan?
Finnegan? I can't believe.
You never know when I'm going to strike.
Alice in Wonderland, The Gun, Finnegan. Now, wait a minute now.
Come on, it's me, Finnegan.
Now isn't the time?
Lay one on me because that's what you always wanted, isn't it?
Kirk, focus.
Let's try that one again.
No, you need to focus and ask, what the heck is he doing here?
Go! Let me introduce him, baby!
What happened?
I don't know. I was following the tracks and there he was.
Who was?
Him! He had a cloak, sir, and the dagger with jewels on it.
Sounds like Don Juan.
Sort of storybook walking around here, and I was thinking, all a girl needs is Don Juan.
And then it happened.
Daydreaming.
Daydreams and stuff come to fruition.
Mr. Sulu was with you. Where is he now?
He ran after him.
Captain Kirk? I like flowers too, but let's focus.
Ruth.
Who's Ruth? Here comes another kiss.
Jim, darling.
McCoy, you read me. Ruth.
I will say her hair is very pretty like that.
You haven't aged.
Probably because you imagined her as she was before. Yeah.
Did you find Mr. Sulu, Captain?
No, he got distracted.
No, but I'm sure he's all right.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
A while ago, I saw, well, birds. A whole flock of them.
Then offhand, I'd say our instruments are defective.
Kirk, snap out of it and listen.
Our surveys couldn't have been that wrong.
Have the search parties rendezvous at the glade.
You'll see me again if you want to.
Getting strange readings from the planet's surface, Captain.
Highly sophisticated type of energy, draining our power and increasing, beginning to affect our communications.
Could be coming from beneath the planet's surface.
In a place like this, a girl should be dressed like a fairy tale princess.
Well, here we go. This is about to happen.
But then you'd have whole armies of Don Juans to fight off. And me, too.
What a promise, Doctor.
Oh, is McCoy about to get himself a kiss? Oh, well, there's your outfit.
Oh, Doctor, they're lovely.
Okay, I need y'all to think. Put two and two together.
They'll look even lovelier with you wearing them. I'd like to see you.
Shouldn't you be concerned? Oh, McCoy.
Why don't you put it on?
Don't peek.
Dear girl, I am a doctor. When I peek, it's in the line of duty.
You're peeking.
This is all the volume I can get on this thing.
Y'all need to beam back up and leave.
Rendezvous at that glade where he first found you.
Now, what were y'all thinking about? Nope, communications are probably out.
Doctor.
Well, now what McCoy gonna do against the tagger? Actually, this might actually be a little bit comical. Alright, hope you like your new outfit.
Any chance these could be hallucinations?
One hallucination flattened me with a clout on the jaw.
Your signal is very weak. Can you turn up your gain?
Oh, I'm already on maximum.
Oh, their phasers aren't gonna work. Alright, this is the time when Sulu needs his sword.
Kirk to McCoy.
Oh, at least he
Come
found
in.
Kirk.
There's a samurai after me.
What?
You've got to believe me.
I do. I've met some interesting personalities myself. Communications are almost out.
So's my phaser.
That reminds me of the cage when it looked like their phasers weren't working. I thought Mr. Spock wasn't going to beam down.
My orders were no one was to leave the ship.
Oh, okay, he did it on purpose.
As I told you before, there's an unusual power field down here.
Good, we can use your help.
Oh, they holding hands.
There's no one here.
Where? I heard someone moving around.
It's probably that army that you were talking about.
That way. Spread out. Let's find it.
Find it and attack with what?
These things cannot be real. Hallucinations can't harm us.
Well, someone's about to get hurt. McCoy. Kirk, that doesn't work. Don't even attempt it. Good thing he got the gun from Sulu. Wait, what? See, let me tell you what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna do any of that.
Our ship's surgeon, my personal friend, is dead.
And I'm stressed.
It is. I'm to blame.
Yeoman, this is not helping.
I need every crewman alert and thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Captain! Captain!
I'll say, Kirk, don't walk, run.
It's like a dummy, Captain.
This is not human skin tissue, Captain. More closely resembles the cellular casting we use for wound repairs. It has the same basic cell structure as the plants here. I'm saying that these are all multicellular castings. They're all being manufactured.
Mm-hmm.
By who?
Someone who lives here?
They act exactly like the real thing. Just as pleasant, or just as deadly.
What is it?
Of all the crazy things.
He must have thought of it.
Remember what I was telling you a little while ago? About the early wars, funny air vehicles they used? That's one of them.
Can it hurt us?
Not unless it makes a strafing run.
Well, looks like it's about to. See, that's what I thought that was. Oh, did she get hit? How did you not notice she hit the ground? Unless she ran into the tree and knocked herself out.
McCoy's body. He's gone.
At this point, Captain, my analysis may not sound very scientific. What were your thoughts just before you encountered the people you described?
I was thinking about the academy.
Hey, Jim, baby! I see you brought up reinforcements!
What's been happening to my people?
Jose, please don't run after him.
This man is my problem.
Maybe he's hoping he'll take him, I don't know, to whoever's responsible.
Shut up. You stupid underclassmen. I've got the edge. I'm still 20 years old. You're an old man.
Wait, hold on a minute now. I'm about to say, you better wake up.
Won't you ever learn, Jim Boy? You never could take me.
Answers. What's been happening to my people?
You never answer questions from plebes, Jimmy Boy.
Today, 15 years later.
Being exactly what you expect me to be, Jimmy Boy.
I mean, read between the lines.
Did you enjoy it, Captain?
Yes, I enjoyed it. The one thing I wanted to do after all these years was beat the tar out of Finnegan.
Yes, somehow our thoughts are read. These things are quickly manufactured and provided for us. We must all control our thoughts.
Difficult.
Y'all need to stop thinking about the tiger. But couldn't you think about something that kills the tiger or subdues the tiger? This might be it. Or not. But I said, don't forget Mr. Spock.
Don't talk. Don't breathe.
Don't think.
Don't think. Concentrate.
Captain.
Who this? His dad?
Who are you?
Okay.
I'm the caretaker of this place, Captain.
Clearly not.
Yeoman Barrows.
Don't touch her.
These experiences were intended to amuse you.
Amuse?
Muse?
But none of this is permanent. Here you have to only imagine your fondest wishes.
Bring McCoy back expeditiously.
The term is amusement park.
Of course.
More complex the mind, the greater the need for the simplicity of play. That still doesn't explain the death of my ship's surgeon.
Possibly because no one has died, Jim.
Not him rolling up with two ladies on his arm.
I was taken below the surface for some rather remarkable repairs. They've got a factory complex down there you wouldn't believe.
How do you explain them?
I was thinking about a little cabaret I know on Rigel 2. There were these two girls in a chorus line there. And, well, here they are.
We regret that some of you have been made uncomfortable. Your race is not yet ready to understand us, Captain.
I tend to agree.
If you would use the proper caution, an ideal place for your people to enjoy themselves.
What the doctor ordered, Jim.
As long as they don't think of anything too crazy.
Commence transporting Shore leave parties. Tell them to prepare for the best shore leave they've ever had.
I've already had as much shore leave as I care for.
I'll go. You
gonna stay now.
I'll stay for a day or two.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed yourselves.
Did you enjoy your rest, gentlemen?
Yes, we did, Mr. Spock.
Most illogical.
Mr. Spock.
Ahead warp factor 1, Mr. Sulu.
Well, that was the episode Shore Leave, and I actually thought that was fun to watch. Now, obviously, I knew McCoy was going to come back. I mean, really? Like, if any main characters go out, I would hope it wouldn't be that way. But I feel like I set a record for myself in figuring out what was going on. I mean, McCoy saying Alice in Wonderland, and then you see the White Rabbit, then you see Alice, then all of a sudden Sulu, there's a random gun that shows up, and Sulu just starts firing it, all trigger happy. And then obviously with Finnegan, it was like, okay, by that point you pretty much figure out what was really going on with this episode. So I will say, let me see, out of everything that happened in the episode, the highlight for me was probably McCoy coming out with those two ladies on his arm. Like, so random, but that was actually quite funny. And getting the opportunity to, like, I don't know, see McCoy flirt, and then Yeoman flirting back, and her getting all jealous, that was funny too. So overall, I thought that this was a cute episode. I thought it was fun. It obviously got you to try and think and figure out what was going on, but I feel like they kind of set it up where you can figure it out pretty quickly. And it was really nice that they were able to let the people, come onto the planet and be able to relax. That was really nice to see. Like I said, as long as they just told him, don't think of anything, ridiculous, crazy, or deadly, and we're going to have a nice time. So we're going to get into the next episode called the Galileo 7.
En route to Marcus 3 with a cargo of medical supplies.
Really pretty.
On board is Galactic High Commissioner Ferris.
Your mission is to get those emergency medical supplies to Marcus 3.
I have standing orders to investigate all quasars and quasar-like phenomena. It's 3 days to Marcus, and the rendezvous doesn't take place for 5.
Plague is out of control on New Paris. We must get those drugs there on time.
Captain to Galileo. All systems cleared for takeoff.
Power up. All instruments activated.
I'm guessing these are the Galileo 7, whoever's in this shuttlecraft here.
Position.
3.7. So this indicator's gone crazy.
That's to be expected, Mr. Spock. Quasars are extremely disruptive.
Mr. Spock, radiation is increasing.
Galileo to Enterprise. Galileo to Enterprise.
Ionic interference, Mr. Spock.
Being pulled directly into the heart of Murasaki.
Anything at all?
They can't hear anything.
A few words about being pulled.
Oh, they can hear a little something.
Harmonics upward along entire spectrum.
At least 4 complete solar systems in the immediate vicinity. 24-foot shuttlecraft. Off course, out of control. Finding a needle in a haystack would be child's play.
I was opposed to this from the very beginning.
I have certain scientific duties I must perform, and investigating the Murasaki effect is one of them. We have 2 days to find them.
In all that, you shouldn't have sent them out in the first place.
There's one planet in this solar system capable of sustaining human life, Taurus 2. It is unexplored. It's just about dead center of the Murasaki effect.
Yeah, they're gonna need rescue.
Now that's what I call a ride. As we gathered speed, it was multiplied geometrically.
Say your evaluation is reasonable, Mr. Bowman. Galileo to Enterprise.
You don't really expect to get an answer, do you?
It's merely logical to try all the alternatives. Gentlemen, I think we should move outside and make room for Mr. Scott to do his work.
What do you think our chances are of contacting the Enterprise?
Slim.
They'll be searching for us without instrumentation.
Then you don't think they'll find us?
Not as long as we're grounded. We may be here for a very long time, Doctor.
Or at least till the end of the episode.
Totally inoperative, sir.
No readings at all.
Are the transporters beaming up yet?
Not 100%, Captain. We wouldn't dare try it with people.
Prepare Columbus for immediate exit.
All wavelengths dominated by ionization effects, sir. Transmission is blocked, reception impossible.
You don't really think you'll have any luck, do you?
Look, these people are my friends and my shipmates. I intend to continue the ship's search for them until the last possible moment.
But not 1 second beyond that moment. If it isn't, I suggest you look at Book 19, Section 433, paragraph...
Not him throwing out the full location of the regulation.
Launch shuttlecraft Columbus.
Isn't the same thing gonna just happen again?
At least it's your big chance.
For what, Doctor?
command. Logic was the best basis on which to build command, am I right?
I am a logical man, Doctor. But I neither enjoy the idea of command, nor am I frightened of it. It simply exists. And I will do whatever logically needs to be done.
We've lost a great deal of fuel. We have no chance at all to reach escape velocity. We'll have to lighten our load by at least 500 pounds.
The weight of 3 grown men.
For the equivalent weight and equipment.
There's very little excess weight, except among the passengers.
You mean 3 of us must stay behind? And who's to choose?
Draw some straws.
The choice will be mine.
You wouldn't be interested in drawing lots.
My choice will be a logical one.
Life and death are seldom logical.
But attaining a desired goal always is, Doctor.
If any minor damage was overlooked, it was when they put his head together.
Not his head, Mr. Bowman. His heart.
Oh, this is gonna sound so messed up. I was gonna say, technically, if something happens to these two, you don't gotta worry about... Yeah, that's messed up.
No, it's from back there.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's all around us.
Yeah, these two about to get snatched up.
What was it?
Something huge. Terrible. It's like a giant ape.
Nothing there. Folsom Point.
Sir?
Not very efficient.
Not very efficient. There's a man lying there dead. And you talk about stone spears.
You gotta remember he's Vulcan, though. Like, half Vulcan.
You don't think we should leave his body here?
Bringing him back to the ship should not interfere with our repair efforts.
The Columbus has returned results negative.
Have them proceed to the next squadron.
I don't relish the thought of abandoning your crewmen out there. You're running out of time. 24 more hours, Captain.
They're gonna find them.
This should save us at least 50 pounds, Mr. Spock. Excellent, Doctor. It's more rational to sacrifice 1 life than 6, Doctor.
Mr. Spock, we're ready.
For what?
The services for Latimer. The man's dead. He deserves a decent burial.
Doctor, perhaps you know the correct words for such an occasion. My place is here.
We may all die here. At least let us die like men, not machines.
I understand Mr. Spock's reasoning, and maybe that makes me sound like a bad person.
We have no fuel.
Would seem to solve the problem of who to leave behind. Consider the alternatives, Mr. Scott.
We have no fuel. What alternative?
There are always alternatives.
If they're tribal, they'll have a sense of unity. And we can use that. Give them a bloody nose, make them think twice about attacking us.
But if you do something, they might slaughter you still.
The majority.
I'm not interested in the opinion of the majority, Mr. Gaetano. The components must be weighed. You follow my orders. To the letter. Firing only when so instructed. Fire to frighten, Mr. Gaetano. Not to kill.
You saw what they did to Latimer?
I am in command, Mr. Gaetano.
Turn that thing's huge. I mean, the spear was huge to begin with, but gracious.
Direct your phasers to 2 o'clock and to 10 o'clock.
I say we hit them dead on.
Yes, I know, but fortunately I'm giving the orders. Fire.
One of them is gonna go rogue, and I think it's gonna be the guy in the yellow.
Mr. Gaetano, you remain on guard here, keeping contact with the ship.
Did you find them?
Yes, we found them. They won't bother us again.
I can adjust the main reactor to function with a substitute fuel supply. Our phasers. It'll take time, but it's possible.
But what if the creatures attack again?
They won't attack for at least several hours.
If I can get a full load, we should be able to achieve orbit with all hands.
In less than 24 hours, the Enterprise will be forced to abandon its search. If we can't maintain orbit after that time, it won't make any difference.
In my opinion, the transporters are now safe for human transport.
Good.
The fact they're about to send people down there, and there's all this happening. Yeah, he's about to be the next to go. Did they just take him hostage?
Take this back to Mr. Scott for conversion, please, Doctor.
Nobody knows what's happened to Gaetano. And you hand over his phaser like nothing's happened at all. Do you really think the ship will ever leave?
Well, it won't unless we get these phasers back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if they didn't find his body in the general vicinity of the... Well, never mind. They got him laid out on that rock real nice. Using him as bait. Yep. Ooh, wow, that was almost a headshot. Well, they're getting closer and closer. They're right here.
They didn't stay frightened very long, did they?
Most illogical reaction.
Mr. Spock, respect is a rational process. They were perfectly predictable. Your precious logic brought them down on us.
Fuck, you have all the answers. What now?
Omega tone is increasingly hostile. Step by step, I have made the correct and logical decisions. And yet 2 men have died.
Is Mr. Spock gonna be able to get everyone through this?
A little less analysis and more action. That's what we need, Mr. Spock.
Another hour, maybe 2.
2 hours. And Scotty needs to be able to have a steady hand while doing what he's doing.
You have 2 hours and 43 minutes, Captain.
Still incapable of transmission or reception.
I intend to continue the search, foot by foot, inch by candlelight if necessary. If you keep your nose off my bridge, I'd be thankful. I'm in command here, Mr. Ferris.
For another 2 hours and 42 minutes.
Man, go somewhere and stay off the bridge.
How much power do we have left in the ship's batteries? Will they electrify the exterior of this ship?
But they will, Mr. Spock.
Well, that's good.
I believe we've used enough, Mr. Scott. I suggest you continue draining the phasers. The moment they discover they're not seriously hurt, they'll be back.
Mr. Gaetano's body is back there.
It will, of course, have to be left behind.
Not without a burial.
I wouldn't recommend it. It would expose members of this crew to unnecessary peril.
I would insist upon a decent burial, even if your body was back there.
But I'm sick and tired of this machine.
All right, Mr. Bowman, you'll have your burial, provided the creatures will permit it.
Landing party number 2 has been beamed back to Force ship. They have casualties.
We were attacked, Captain. Huge, furry creatures.
Yep, figured that was gonna happen.
Lance and O'Neill got a spear through the body before we even knew they were around. The creatures are all over the place.
You better report to sick bay yourself.
Here we go again.
Your time is up.
But they're still out there.
I order you to abandon search.
The Columbus hasn't returned yet. I still have 2 search parties out.
Recall your search parties and proceed to Marcus 3 immediately.
Prepare to abandon search. How long before the Columbus comes on board?
23 minutes, sir.
How about weight?
If we shed every ounce, we might be able to achieve orbit. But if we time it right, we can cut out of orbit and save enough fuel for a controlled re-entry.
Ship will lift off in exactly 10 minutes. You have that long to bury Mr. Gaetano.
Are we gonna somehow lose Mr. Boma?
The Columbus is aboard, sir. The flight hatch is closed. All systems report secured for warp factor.
Proceed on course for Marcus 3.
I told you to lift off. Don't be a fool, Mr. Spock. We couldn't leave you out there.
Homegirl hit the floor and everything.
The logical thing for you to have done was to have left me behind.
Spock, remind me to tell you that I'm sick and tired of your logic.
That is a most illogical attitude.
Tapping our boosters ended our last chance for a soft landing.
You mean a burn-up?
I don't want to die up here.
Infinitely preferable to the kind of death we'd be granted on the planet's surface.
You said a while ago that there were always alternatives.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
I may have been mistaken.
Well, at least I've lived long enough to hear that.
The Enterprise is surely on course for Marcus 3 by now.
Orbit attitude, Mr. Spock. With our present fuel, that gives us about 45 minutes.
Galileo to Enterprise. Galileo to Enterprise. Come in, please.
Try a different frequency?
Mr. Spock! He jettisoned the fuel and ignited it.
I guess he finally did something illogical.
Captain, something there on the screen. Taurus 2.
Lieutenant Uhura, contact transporter room. All beams ready.
A distress signal? Mr. Spock, that was a good gamble. Perhaps it was worth it.
Oh, they saw it.
10 seconds to atmosphere.
Be the last action you'll ever take, Mr. Spock. It's all you.
Totally illogical.
Yeah.
Transporter's locked in, sir.
Activate beams.
Oh, wow. I thought they were going to use one of those, oh gosh. Is it the tractor beam that grabs onto them and pulls them in?
Transporter room just beamed up 5 persons, alive and well.
Man, got them just in time.
Mr. Sulu, proceed on course to Marcus 3. Ahead, warp factor 1. When you jettison the fuel and you ignited it, and that would seem to me to be an act of desperation.
It was.
Desperation is a highly emotional state of mind.
Yep.
I examined the problem from all angles, and it was plainly hopeless. The only possible action would have to be one of desperation.
You reasoned that it was time for an emotional outburst.
Those are essentially the facts.
Your human side came out.
You committed a purely human, emotional act.
No, sir.
You're a stubborn man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
I think he took that as a compliment. At least they had a good laugh after all that. Friends. That was the Galileo 7. And wow, that was, I mean, I understood everybody's perspective. I know I said this is going to make me sound horrible, but I was with Mr. Spock pretty much the whole way. I understand the human aspect of we've lost our comrades, they deserve a proper burial, but I understand Mr. Spock saying, y'all do realize that if we bury them, it's like we need to focus on being able to get out of here. I understood everything. However, like I said, I was leaning more towards Team Spock. I'm just saying. Now, when he made that decision in that moment, I was just kind of like, yeah, your human side finally came out. Finally came out. And it's interesting too because and I know that people have mentioned this before, but with Mr. Spock, you can tell there's the human side of him, the Vulcan side of him that's kind of constantly, maybe he just doesn't show it all the time. Like he's always coming across as, you know, the logical thing, the illogical stuff. And it's like, but you're half human, so he's probably doing that a lot to kind of cover up his human tendencies and the emotional side of things, because that it, like I've said in other reactions, that's a part of him. And he's pushing that emotional side away, and it's like he's constantly going through this internal battle with himself, although we probably don't see it all the time. So yeah, Mr. Spock, he's I don't know if I've said this in my other videos, but he is my favorite character. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm just being biased saying that, yeah, I agree with everything that he was saying. But in this situation, you got to do what's best, the best outcome, the best situation for the crew. And I mean, I understood where he was coming from. I think it was really cool that they figured out that they could use their phasers to get the energy that they needed in order to get into orbit, even though the orbit was technically short-lived and they started to burn out, obviously, after what Mr. Spock did. But regardless, everything turned out well in the end. Now, the gentleman on the ship, who was the High Commissioner, for some reason, I just kept seeing him as like, not necessarily a villain, but just so annoying, because it's like, we get it. These medications have to get to this location where there's this plague. We understand. But we have our people down there, and while we're here, we should be able to do everything necessary to try and get them back to the Enterprise. And they did in the end. So that was really nice to see. I did like the ending. I did like that little, you know, back and forth. And I like I just like how everyone got a good laugh at the end despite everything that was going on. That was really nice to see. So overall, I thought that this was a good episode, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.